Well, talking about this segment yesterday, our associate producer, Isabella Casapau, suggested we just have 7 minutes of silence. We're not going to do that. But Alessandra Pontbriand, sportscaster at our news partner, News for Jax, is going to hold our hand and walk us through a
Yeah.
little moment of reflection.
I know, how sad.
It is a sad ending. A lot of people are pretty bummed out today for
Yeah.
sure. So
No, absolutely. I know I'm laughing, not because I'm happy, but it's just like, it was so shocking. It was so shocking that like you kind of have to laugh. But I laugh a lot. So, it's not
shocking that they
surprising.
lost.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, listen, they had 1 minute to go, and you have Cam Little as your kicker. And basically, I mean, anywhere on the field, he's going to kick a field goal. Oh, well, he did miss yesterday. But, you think that with 1 minute, you're able to drive down to field goal range, and you should be able to tie it, go into overtime, and then have a chance to win. And then there you go. Trevor Lawrence throws an interception. And you're thinking, I remember in the press box, everyone kind of just went silent. And everyone was like, did that really just happen? And I was sitting right next to my boss, Justin Barney, and next to Rachel Phillips, who's the new First Coast News sports reporter and weekend anchor. And I kind of looked at both of them and I was like, did that really just happen? And then I was like, that the game can't end. Like, that's not the way the game just ended, right? Like, no way. And like, that's how the Jaguars season is going to end is, kind of obviously very disappointing. And everyone was kind of shocked in the locker room because this was a team that for 8 weeks, no one was stopping them. I mean, they went to the Denver Broncos and they beat them. So you're thinking, oh, this shouldn't be too difficult. But it shows you that playoff experience matters. And the Bills have a ton of playoff experience, and they have Josh Allen as their quarterback. And, he's phenomenal, one of the best in the league. And, the Jaguars defense did as much as they could do. And they really did limit James Cook as much as they possibly could. That was the number one rushing offense against the number one rushing defense. But at the end of the day, it's Josh Allen doing Josh Allen things, and it's the Bills and their playoff experience. And, Sean McDermott has been in this league for a long time. He's an older coach, and, he showed up and he had a phenomenal game plan. And Liam Cohen did as much as he could. Anthony Campanelli did as much as he could. But unfortunately, it just didn't come out the way the Jaguars wanted.
The Jaguars fans remained enthusiastic.
Yeah.
They were still, chanting "Duval till we die" as
Yeah.
they're leaving the stadium, as your station reported. And there's still a sense that this, while a loss and a disappointment, wasn't like a humiliation. I think
no.
that after enduring a lot of actually humiliating seasons,
Yeah.
Jaguars fans feel okay, even though they're sad about the loss.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, they should hang their heads high because one, it was a game that was down to literally the final minute. It was 27-24 the final score. So they could have had the chance to tie it, go into overtime, possibly even won it if the interception wasn't thrown. But it's a season that no one expected. Obviously, no one was going to think that the Jaguars were going to win the AFC South. They were going to go and end the season on an 8-game winning streak, that they were, probably going to have a Coach of the Year finalist, and who's a rookie head coach, by the way, and also has a rookie executive vice president, Tony Baselli, a rookie GM in James Gladstone, a rookie offensive coordinator in Grant Udinsky, and a rookie defense coordinator in Anthony Campanelli. I mean, they've never been in their positions before until this season.
And people were actually saying they could be Super Bowl bound.
Absolutely.
Kind of crazy speculation that you would not have expected.
No, 100%. I thought that they were going to go to the Super Bowl. No joke. I was like, I get to go to California. How fun is this? But and a lot of people and networks even thought, yeah, they could be definitely Super Bowl contenders. And last year when the Jaguars went to the Bills, it was, oh my God, that was such an awful game. And they lost by 40 points. It was so embarrassing. And this year they come here, it's the playoffs, they only lose by 3 points. I mean, that's pretty remarkable, right? It's unfortunate what happened, but still they should hang their heads high because this was one of the best seasons in franchise history. Unfortunately, it didn't end the way everyone wanted to, but they still made it to the playoffs. They finished the season 13-4. It's pretty remarkable.
Yeah. So what do you think they need to be looking at in the offseason, preparing for next year? How do they keep their momentum and sort of their spirit as high as it's been?
And that's going to be really the toughest test is how do you, after this kind of devastating loss. I asked Travis Etienne in the locker room afterwards, I'm like, how you feeling? He was like, I'm not feeling good. He was like, it's kind of shocking. They really did believe that they had the confidence before the game that they thought they were going to win. They thought they had everything in place. They had the perfect game plan. They thought they had the momentum and the confidence to go out there and win. It didn't go their way. But that's the big thing. I mean, you're going to look at guys who are going to be free agents. Is Travis Etienne coming back? He had such a good season this year, but, he's an older running back in the league. Will they keep him, or will he go somewhere else? When you have Bashal Tootin and LaQuinn Allen, who are very good running backs, and they were, this was their rookie season. So what's going to happen with him? Devin Lloyd, was an All-Pro player this year. He had a really good year, especially in the month of September when he was the AFC Player of the Month. So, is he staying? There's a lot to discuss. And then, who are you going to get rid of? Who are you going to bring in too? Free agency is in March, around the Players Championship week.
A little busy for you, sportscasters.
Yeah, oh my gosh, it's awful. And then I've read everyone kind of forgot Travis Hunter's still on the team and he's still rehabbing. So what is he going to look like next season when he comes back? Will he be playing both ways? Because he obviously wasn't able to do that this year because he was injured.
Well, Alessandra, it might be a minute before we see you again since it's the end of the season, but thanks so much for being here and sticking with us and covering the Jags for us.
No, thank you guys so much. You guys are some of my favorite people in Jacksonville. And so I always look forward to Monday morning coming here. So
even if you've been sleepless over the weekend. Thanks again, Alessandra.